Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Saturday, August 31st, 2024. I am back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. I got a lot on my mind right now. And it's not about nothing I'm going through, right? Not at the moment. Knock on wood. It's not a problem that I'm having right now, even though I've had my fair share of problems, if not more than fair, like unfair, if you ask me. But hey, who said life was fair? What I'm seeing, the problem that I'm seeing, what I don't like, was really, really bothering me. And I know there are some people that say my eyes burning, y'all, because I'm just waking up. Big boy, man, you tired of that gloom and doom. Let's change it then, so we ain't got to talk about that. The people that's talking gloom and doom right now, like me, all I'm actually doing is just talking about reality. I'm not talking about a movie I saw, a comedy I saw, a football game. I'm just talking about what we're dealing with on a daily basis. It just happens to be doom and gloom what we're dealing with. If we were dealing with a bunch of good stuff, that's what I talk about. If it wasn't no doom and gloom to talk about, I wouldn't talk about it. I try to think of good things to talk about. And as soon as I try to think of something good, just one thing, and I say this all the time, we can always find something to be grateful for no matter what you're going through. You can always point out some type of blessing. Yes, we can do that. But overall, the way we living right now and the way the world is right now, you got to search for something good. It ain't just jumping right out at you. You got to actually sit down and think. Okay, I can see, I can hear, I can walk. You have to do one of those numbers to find something good going on right now, especially in our country called America. What once upon a time was the greatest country on the earth, but I don't know about right now. We've fallen into the wrong hands for too long. And we are in serious trouble. And I don't think a lot of y'all understand how much trouble we in. And that's scary. A lot of y'all don't understand how much trouble we are actually in right now. We are actually at the brink of destruction. And some of y'all playing. Some of y'all on some dumb shit. Things that we would do in good times. When things are going well, you could take chances. You could take risks. But a lot of y'all willing to take a risk. Take a chance on an unknown at a time such as this. This is the wrong time to take a chance. So where you going with this, Big Ward? I'm glad you asked, but I'm not glad I got to give you the answer. So today I was talking to a lady friend of mine, and she was crying, and I was like, "What's wrong with you?" She got kids, young lady, hardworking, good person, kind-hearted, loving, kind, caring young lady. Few kids, good person, good human being. Where she lived, left a note on the door where they going up on the rent again. She said it's the third time this year. This just August. They already went up on the rent 3 times, which I didn't even know they can do that, and the lease ain't up. I thought I didn't shit. And she showed me the letters. The first time they went up $334 in 1 month for a single mom with kids. Not on any type of social, she make too much for help, but not enough to afford the. That's the dilemma. That's the dilemma. So they went up $334 the first time, like a couple of months ago. Now, through circumstances unforeseen, they done went up another $150. So this year, that's a total of $484 in 3 months. This year, 3 rental increases. So you might as well say the rent then went up $400 a month. And she was crying, sad, hurt, don't know what she's gonna do because I can't afford this. I can't afford this, is what she was saying. Your rent just jumped $400 in the same year for somewhere in the same place you've been living. You didn't move to a bigger place. You didn't move to a better place. You didn't move to a better neighborhood to where hey, I gotta prepare for this because I'm moving to a bigger house, bigger neighborhood, better neighborhood. I know I'm gonna be paying more than what I'm paying now, so I need to be prepared for that. No, that's not what's going on. Our expenses are doubling, some more than double, for the same stuff we've been getting. Doubling through no fault of our own. See, now, if you know you don't make that much, and you go out there and get a big car note, a big house, bunch of credit cards, that's on you. You knew, hey, if you struggling, who told you to go do all that? That's on you. That's a you problem. That's not what we're dealing with. We're dealing with people, you, me, the American citizen, most of us, at one time could afford where we were, what we had, what we was doing, what we was eating, where we were living. We could afford it a couple of years ago, right? We haven't done nothing outlandish, nothing out the way. As a matter of fact, we're living in the same place we were living, haven't moved, you ain't went from a 2-bedroom to an 8-bedroom, 6-bath, pool in the backyard on 30 acres. You ain't did none of that. You in the same spot you've been living. Shopping at the same stores, same family, same car, same everything. But your costs have doubled within a year's time. Inflation, we've always had inflation, but have we ever had to increase so fast, so soon on people, the way you ain't had a chance to prepare for it? So her rent just went up $400 this year, but her pay haven't. Her other expenses didn't decrease. When I tell y'all they are creating more and more homeless people, this is what I'm talking about. What if you somebody out there right now, listen to me, and what you paying right now, you scared to move and go anywhere because you battling just about all you can afford where you at right now. You're at your breaking point right now. You cannot afford any increases on nothing else. You keeping everything right here because I cannot afford. See, you calling yourself doing the right thing, being responsible. You knowing your budget. This is what I got right here. You know your budget. You doing the right thing. You not out here acting a fool, splurging, spending recklessly. You being responsible. A grown up, mature adult. That's what you doing. So you got your budget and you've been sticking to your budget. One problem. Them same bills you've been paying, you ain't added nothing. Nothing new. You ain't added a damn thing. The same bills you've been paying with the income you had just enough to pay those bills with, and you knew that you didn't make enough money to go get nothing extra. But you was okay with that. You said, you know what? I'm going to tighten up, be disciplined, and make do with this right here. I make this amount, and this amount allows me to afford just this. What I make don't allow me to add nothing to it. So therefore, I'm going to be responsible, and I ain't going to add nothing to it. You ain't going to add nothing to it. But guess what? They added something to your budget that you weren't prepared for. Society, America, Joe Biden, the Harris administration, Joe Biden, Harris, whoever the hell they are, they added extra expenses to your budget without your permission, without your say-so, without your help, without you doing anything to add to your budget. They did. Society did. America did. Our economy did. The people that created this economy, which is the Biden-Harris administration who's trying to get another term. You didn't add nothing to your expenses. You had your expenses like a responsible adult. You had your expenses right where they needed to be so you could survive. You said, no, I'm not going out getting a brand new car. You said, no, I'm not moving to a bigger house right now. That's all the house I can afford right now. It ain't much, but it's what I could afford. I can afford it. So I'm doing the right thing. I got my bills where I can afford them. I ain't got to beg nobody. The job I'm working allows me to afford the bills I got right here. Yes, I want a new Mercedes S550. Yes, I want to buy them new Gator boots. Yes, I want to do this, but I can't afford that right now. So therefore, I'm going to do it out. I'm going to make sacrifices in order for me to survive. Right? That's what you told yourself. And that's what you've been doing. You've been sticking to the game plan. And it's been working just fine. Oh, but hold on. Joe Biden said, hold my bill. You thought you was doing the right thing, huh? You thought you was going to make it, huh? It looked like you were surviving, huh? It looked like you might get ahead a little later on down the road, huh? Joe Biden said, hold my bill. If that's what you thought, I got something for you. Kamala Harris. What you laughing for, boy? I want to ask you a question. This Joe Biden talking to Kamala Harris. Can we screw it up even more? Yes, Joe. Yes, we can. Let's do it. And they go back out here and wreck it. All along lying, talking about how good it is. How good we doing. We doing better than we've been ever doing. Kamala Harris coming out lying. Joe Biden is fine. Everything is great. We're doing wonderful. Ski. Have to give you a big one. But he on the home front. You say, I say, she say, he say. We ain't talking about you loyal, diehard Democrats that's like this at what's going on. Because you looking at your bills exploding too, but you doing this. Because you want your girl in. You want to make history. So you willing to do this in order to make history. But the rest of us, we can't do that because it's what am I going to do, Lord? How am I going to pay this? You crying right now, like my lady friend. I'm looking at her shed real tears because she honestly don't know how she gonna make it. She had her bills budgeted on what she made, according to what she made, the kids she got, the house she got, a household she got to uphold on her own, having to do it by herself. Where the dad is at? That's irrelevant now. The kids, that ain't their fault. She got to take care of them kids. She got to provide a place for them to live. And she was doing a great job of that. Wasn't having to beg, ask nobody for nothing. Great job with what she had. Little did she know, little did I know, little did any of us know that the same place you living in, the same place you've been living, they're gonna price you out of where you always been living. You did not go do nothing extra. You didn't move into a bigger house, better neighborhood, schools, shopping, what have you, swimming pool in the backyard. You ain't did none of that. You living in the same spot, same utility, same everything you've been had that you've been managing with, same job, same income. So far, so good. You sailing along. Then all of a sudden, turbulence. Your rent increased $400 a month. Your pay ain't moved. Same pay that you was just getting by on. You see how you're going to end up homeless? A lot of people. You see how they're working? You see what they're doing to us? Are you scared yet? Do you see what they're doing to us? Any day now, everything you paying now, without you doing anything to change it, can all of a sudden be more than you can afford. Without you doing anything. You living in a house paying $1,000 a month because you can't afford $1,500 a month. If you had to pay $1,500 a month, you'd be homeless, right? So you got your $1,000 a month, everything going fine. Here come the people telling you your rent will go up to $1,500 a month. The number that you said if you had to pay, you'll be homeless. But guess what? You finna be homeless if you ain't got no help. If you ain't willing to go 50-50, like you ladies be saying. Because they raising you didn't raise your rent. You didn't move and increase your rent. You stayed where you've been able to afford it. That's where you stayed. They came to you with that bullshit. You didn't go nowhere and look for it. It came to you. Trouble found you. And the trouble is a payment that you can't afford to pay. You might find yourself homeless if you don't get no help. Working and homeless. Because guess what? If you move, they all done caught in on the scam, on the racket. All the landlords, the so-called investors, and all that bullshit. Then fuck the game up. Now everywhere you go, the rent is what you can't afford. The mortgage is what you can't afford. They not showing no slack. Ain't no help for you. Ain't no program for you. All the help going to the migrants and the Americans that don't want to do shit. That's who's getting the help. So you know what they're going to do? What they've been trying to do all along. Eliminate the middle class. There will be no middle class. It will be the haves and the have-nots. That's it. The only people that's going to be able to survive, and they ain't going to be able to survive long because the program's going to run out without the middle class. The middle class is what pays for everything, whether y'all know it or not. The middle class pay all the taxes. You people at the bottom working at McDonald's and whatever with 4 or 5 kids on Section 8 and welfare and all that and stamps, y'all ain't paying no taxes. Y'all ain't paying for no services or whatever. You know why? Even though they take taxes out your check, guess what? At the end of the year, you get $10,000 back. You don't make but $15,000 a year, and you got $10,000 back in taxes, income refund, and tax refund. Y'all ain't paying. You talking about rich folks ain't paying no taxes? The Mickey D's workers ain't paying no taxes. Y'all say the millionaires and billionaires ain't paying taxes. I know because I done dated them. I done been with them. I'm like, God damn, you got $15,000 back? How did you do that? You work at Popeyes. How do you get $15,000 income tax refund? Joker like me owe every year. So therefore, as times and expenses get harder and harder, the working class people ain't gonna be able to afford it. We make too much for assistance, but we don't make enough to keep up with the rising costs. The rising costs have forced us into the poor class. We're no longer middle class. $50,000, $60,000 a year is no longer middle class. So you're gonna have the rich that's surviving and the people all the way at the bottom where they don't make no money, the way they qualify for the Section 8. Them the only one gonna be able to afford a place to live. Section 8, the people that getting the stamps are gonna be the only one able to go to the grocery store and buy food until it run out. It's gonna run out. So y'all that are happy on stamps and Section 8 and you thinking about keep voting Democrat, that'll keep your stamps and services going. Because just to show they're doing away with the middle class, it ain't gonna be nobody to pay for your goods and your services. The stamps you getting because you ain't paying for them. Them taxes they're taking out your check don't pay for them stamps you getting. That Section 8 you getting. It's the taxes coming out of my check. But if I can't work, if the rest of the middle class can't afford where they live, they end up homeless and unemployed, who gonna pay your Section 8? Somebody paying for what you ain't paying. It just ain't you. Somebody paying for it. What's gonna happen when them folks that was paying for your Section 8, your stamps, and all them programs you get, they can't pay for it no more. That's coming. Have nots, no in betweens. Rich, poverty. Rich, poverty. One of the two. You're gonna be one of the two. You're gonna either be rich or you're gonna be in poverty real soon. They're making sure of it. They up to something. There's not no accident. Them people ain't that stupid. They ain't that dumb. Something going on. It's designed. They up to something. They can't. How they keep going is they know. You think they don't know that they killing our society? They trying to. They know we can't sustain this. They know we can't handle this. The American people. They know what we make. They know what our income is. They crashing us on purpose. They tearing us down on purpose. This is not an accident. This is not just, they're just greedy. No. It's deeper than that. I don't know what it is yet. And I'm not sure if I found out, I would tell you because ain't no telling if somebody who comes with the answer, they probably, I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with how they doing the American people. How they doing the American people is sad, man. It's a low down, dirty shame. Americans are getting done like this. And then we got other Americans over here, you looking at them, like, do y'all not see what's going on and who's responsible for it? How in the hell does Kamala Harris and Joe Biden have any support left? This ain't about, well, I can't vote for Trump. This ain't about Trump. If I hated Trump, I just wouldn't vote for nobody. It's the couch. There's no way you can be satisfied and happy with what them folks done did over the last 4 years. How in the heck are y'all voting based on you satisfied with the job they've done? Or are you just voting identity politics? Are you voting because you are satisfied they've done a wonderful, marvelous job? Yeah, my rent went up $600 a month, but hey, it happens. They did a great job. Is that what you're saying? Or you just want to make history? You just want to wear some chucks and pearls. And that means more to you than surviving. Because if she get in, and you ain't heard it here first, but you heard it here. And just like you ain't listening to them, you ain't gonna listen to me when I tell you, if she get in office some kind of way, we done. You can hate Trump all you want. If she get in office, I guarantee you, before it's all said and done, you're gonna hate her way more than you hate Trump. I guarantee it. Mark this video. Mark this video. For when it happens, we're gonna bring it back and play it. Me telling y'all, if she get in, y'all that voted for her, because I know some of y'all, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna keep an eye on you when she get in, if she get in, and how your tune gonna change. That bitch. I hate I voted for that bitch. I guarantee you that's what you're gonna be saying if she win. You're gonna regret for the rest of your life letting up because she gonna destroy us to the point of no return. It's sad what they've done to us. And what's even sadder is we keep on allowing them to do it. Get it, got it, good. Bye.